some amazing news has dropped for Pokemon that could actually be telling us more that's underneath this surface level. Maybe we could be getting a Pokemon Presents or just some sort of new Pokemon announcement during this next Nintendo Direct, which has been leaked. I repeat, it has been leaked. The next Nintendo Direct could very well be literally within the next couple of days, so very reputable sources have come out to say that it's probably going to be June 9th. And right before we hop into it, I'd greatly appreciate if you could subscribe to the channel to help reach my goal of 45,000 subscribers. Let's see if we get today's sub goal of 10 subs during this video. Let's get right to it. Like I said, in this video we have multiple different things to talk about that I think is very good news that shows us that Pokemon is not stopping. They are not slowing down anytime soon. So firstly, Champions has finally been announced to be coming to mobile, iOS, and Android June 17th, which that's great news, but there's more to this. I also just want to mention, I feel like I'm going to be playing this game so much more that it's on mobile now. Have you guys been playing Champions? Let us know in the comments down below how you've been feeling about this game. And also to celebrate, the Mega Raichu Stones will be distributed starting June 17th, so that's pretty sick. But what is very interesting about this June 17th release date is that this is after that Nintendo Direct, which like I said, has been leaked to be potentially June 9th. There are many times where a Pokemon Presents follows a Nintendo Direct, and we are in the exact time where there should maybe be a Pokemon Presents anytime soon. Like usually it's June or July. I believe some have also been in August, but we also are in an interesting position here.
Now I know that we do have a leak from a very reputable source saying that we're not getting any more Pokemon Winds and Waves news for the rest of the year. No new trailers, nothing announced, anything like that, which is very disappointing. I mean, it's a huge game coming out. We all hope that they wouldn't give it the Legends EA treatment and just give us a trailer and then absolutely nothing for a whole year. So it is still possible that we could maybe see Winds and Waves stuff if we do get this upcoming Direct or Presents or whatever it is. But at this point, it doesn't seem too likely. You never fully know. However, I feel like if we did get some kind of Presents or maybe some new info in the Direct, it's entirely possible that we could get other announcements outside of Winds and Waves in there, like possibly stuff about the TCG. We still have a ton of stuff to expect for the 30th anniversary, like the new TCG set that's coming out for that. Also possibly new ports. I know so many people want to see more classic game ports, and I think at this point it's definitely safe to say that we're going to get Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald ported, because we've had that leak saying that they were compatible on the Switch and the Switch 2 in the files of Fire Red and Leaf Green. So that one right there is definitely a safe bet to make. And as far as other stuff goes, maybe some kind of a Pokopia DLC could be announced. I know a lot of people are anticipating that. Maybe also other little spin-off games. I would love to see just some more Pokemon spin-off games overall on the Switch and the Switch 2. Like, where are they at, Game Freak? You know what I'm saying? So we could definitely be looking out for stuff like that. But let us know down below. Besides some new info for Winds and Waves, what would you guys like to see be revealed in a new Pokemon Presents? Even a second DLC for Legends EA could be absolutely huge. I would love to see that as well.
Yeah, like you just said, bro, I just don't see us not getting any more announcements. And now I know Pokemon Champions was always going to have a mobile game. Like, this was always in the plans, but it just is very suspicious to me that it's going to be after this leaked Nintendo Direct. Like I said, there have been Pokemon Presents that do follow Nintendo Directs, and also this could just be announced during the Nintendo Direct. I mean, it's not unlike Nintendo to actually give some Pokemon announcements during a Direct. Like, we did have a Legends ZA trailer during the last year's Nintendo Direct for the summertime, I believe, so I wouldn't even say it's impossible that we could be getting another Pokemon announcement during this Direct. Like, it could literally even be some sort of classic game, classic collection of Generation 3 games finally being brought over, or some sort of DLC, like you said, ZA Part 2 or Pokopia, or could even be a Winds and Waves trailer. I know it sounds insane, but it could happen because we do know Nintendo have been having so many leaks recently. Like, so many people have been leaking the internal data and information from Game Freak and Nintendo. And I've heard many rumors about how Nintendo recently have been trying to confuse these leakers. So maybe some of these leaks that we have about, you know, no new Winds and Waves info or trailers, whatever, this year, maybe those are wrong. Or on the other hand, maybe Nintendo sees those leaks and is like, okay, so now they know our secrets, and Nintendo could change their mind and literally give us a trailer for the game. They could do whatever they want.
That is something that we tend to forget because, you know, obviously the Terra leak was 100% accurate so far, at least. The only thing I can think of being incorrect was that Winds and Waves is coming out next year and not this year. But besides that, I mean, all the Mega Evolution stuff, even the name of Winds and Waves, all that stuff has been fully accurate so far. But even though they are leaked, all that info is also a couple years old. So I mean, like you said, said, it is completely possible that Nintendo could see this stuff and change their mind. Tear leak aside, the info could have been changed and updated from that perspective as well. So there really is just endless possibilities. I know the tear leak is safest to bet on, the info in the tear leak and the info from reputable leakers, except that stuff isn't 100% set in stone. So I just wanted to point that out.
It's also important to remember that the Pokemon Company literally had its best year ever by a landslide. Like, look at the increase of their net profits. It's insane. So they are not slowing down anytime soon. And this is not just specifically like video games. This is everything. So they're not going to slow down with anything. They're going to keep ramping things up with, you know, the TCG Pocket, spin-offs, I'm assuming. I mean, they're probably not going to be pumping out a mainline game every single year because, well, we all know exactly what happens when they do that. But it seems like we will be getting some more big Pokemon announcements. They've been going crazy with Lego announcements recently. Pokemon is booming and it is not going to slow down anytime soon. So not to sound too repetitive, but just the whole idea of us not getting any more news or information about Pokemon games specifically this year just doesn't sound right to me. I just really am feeling like we will be getting something. I'm not even expecting anything crazy, but you know, the second Winds and Waves trailer could happen. I feel like it's very, very possible because we already have had the first one that's a real gameplay trailer. We know what the game looks like already. Even if they don't show any new Pokemon, like they could maybe just show the professor, maybe another island, because there's gonna be a lot of islands in the game, so they don't have to necessarily show anything insane. I think fans just want an update. That's definitely what I would want, and I feel like most of you guys also just want at least something to tide you over until the game fully releases in 2027. Like, that's a long wait. It's exactly why I just don't think that they're gonna really be totally silent. I definitely think next year they're gonna ramp it up a lot more. I'm not expecting a ton this year, just something. If we do get a Pokemon Presents, I do think it'll just be a smaller one. Like, they could still announce, you know, Pokopia DLC, or that could be announced in this next Nintendo Direct. Because like I said, they could totally announce things Pokemon related during a Nintendo Direct. Doesn't have to just be Pokemon Presents.
And before we wrap up the video, I just want to announce that we are doing a giveaway for two $20 Nintendo eShop gift cards in our Discord server. It's 100% free to enter. All you guys have to do is join up the Discord. That's it. And you can drop your entries in there just so we can keep track of all the entries and send you guys a message if you want. We're just doing it to give back to all you guys for helping us reach our subscriber goals recently. Good luck to all you guys who enter. And also make sure you guys check out my channel. Link's going to be in the description. I'm trying to get to 31K subs.
And this is a topic that we have been touching on a lot recently, so that's why I wanted to talk about it again, you know, with the updated sales and the Pokemon Champions announcement, because Jayzard and I both hear you guys, we read your comments, and a lot of people have been extremely disappointed with the 30th anniversary because Pokemon is literally the biggest media franchise ever. And a lot of people just kind of feel like the 30th anniversary, like, while the announcements we have had are good, it's just been a little underwhelming overall. Like, it's just kind of weird how they dropped Pokopia, Fire Leaf Green ports a week apart from each other, so there was not like enough time to breathe in between those releases. And of course the big announcement of Winds and Waves, which has been pushed back till 2027. Originally it was supposed to be this year, guys. I want to make that clear that Winds and Waves was actually planned to be 2026. As we all know, it's now 2027, which I do think is a good choice because it probably means the game is going to be a lot better than it would have if it came out this year. Or maybe there are other reasons like why they decided to push it back. We do know Ball Guy told us that there is a specific reason. There's probably multiple reasons, to be honest. And that's another touchy subject with a lot of people, because most people agree with the idea of having less games that are better throughout, you know, the brand new generations of Pokemon that we do actually get. And like we both said earlier, even if we don't get a Winds and Waves announcement specifically this year, we just don't think that they're not going to announce anything. We think that they will have something for the rest of this year because it's the perfect opportunity to do something a little bit different. You know, bring back some of the classic games again because it makes sense. Like, wow, a lot of people say that's just a cash grab. I feel like it does make a lot of sense. Let us know your thoughts and your theories in the comments down below. If you're real and watching this far in the video, comment down below your favorite fairy type Pokemon of all time. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.